Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Lotus Flower Wellness Temple. I'm Erin, and we are Lotus Flower Wellness Temple. We're a public charity, and we support everyone in their path, no matter who you are, where you are. Within your path, we are here to support you with love and guidance. So everybody is unique, and we have our own unique light and path. We honor that, and we just support each other here. So welcome, everyone. Where are you from? Drop in the comments where you're watching from. Hi, welcome, y'all. Let's see, get a little bit more on point there. Hi, yes, welcome. So we are located in Tallahassee, Florida, and people come in temple and support themselves, as well as the audience online. So if you're joining us online, make sure you like, share, follow, all that great stuff, and send this to someone that you love and know that might be struggling with the swift energies that are changing right now. So, all right, so we have been talking about emotional alchemy, y'all. We have been supporting ourselves with understanding our emotions a bit more and learning how to use what is already present to create the life and the changes that we desire within our lives. So the wisdom inside our emotions is what we're focusing on today, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our chant today. We chant Om Shanti Om. And so you don't have to be specific at it. It sounds, we're just harmonizing and bringing our bodies into an alignment with a specific vibrational understanding and connection. So if you want to try this at home as well, Om Shanti Om Shanti Om. I welcome every emotion with compassion. Om Shanti Om. I trust every feeling carrying wisdom to me. Om Shanti Om. I am safe enough to listen. So I want to ask you all a question. Have you ever noticed that two people can experience the same exact situation, yet walk away carrying completely different experiences emotionally from the actual shared experience? One person maybe loses a job and says, my life is over, while another person possibly loses a job and says, maybe life is making room for something better. Different experiences, but the same event. So why is that? Because events don't create our entire emotional reality. Our relationship with those events is what does. Now hear me carefully. I'm not saying that pain isn't real, y'all. It is. I'm not saying that heartbreak isn't real. It absolutely is. But what I am saying is that every emotion arrives with an invitation. And most of us have never been taught to open it. We've been taught to suppress. We've been taught to distract. We've been taught to stay busy. We've been taught to judge ourselves for having the emotion at all. And how many times have you heard someone say, just get over it? Be strong. Don't cry. Don't be angry. Don't let it bother you. What we're actually teaching each other is don't listen to yourself. And then we wonder why we feel disconnected from ourselves. Your emotional body speaks a language. It doesn't speak English. It doesn't speak logic. It speaks sensation. Tightness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, heart beats, and that you feel all throughout your body. The heat in your face, the lump in your throat. Your body begins speaking long before the mind has even begun to explain. The true question is, have you learned to listen? One of the most freeing things that I've ever learned was that the nervous system is always trying to answer one question. Am I safe? Now, not just physically, but emotionally, it wants to know. It wants to know rationally. It wants to know spiritually. Every moment of every day, our brain is collecting information. The tone of someone's voice, the expression on their face, the speed of their breathing, the tension in their shoulders. Your brain is asking, is this safe? Am I safe? The amazing thing is that your nervous system is trying to protect you long before your conscious mind realizes anything is even happening. That's why sometimes we react before we think. That's why sometimes that's what happens. We just get right to reacting. We don't think it through. And it's not because we're weak, y'all. It is not because the body is too fast, but it is because the body is faster than the conscious mind. And if someone suddenly yells your name, your shoulders might jump before you have time to notice that your name was called, right? So your body's already reacting. It's protection, and it's beautiful. It's intelligent, and it is designed to keep you alive. The problem comes when your nervous system begins to treating every day like it's an emergency. And if you've ever lived through heartbreak, your body remembers that. If you've experienced any betrayal, your body remembers that. If you've spent years walking on eggshells around someone, definitely your body is remembering that too. Even when your life becomes peaceful, your nervous system may still be experiencing danger. And here's why so many people become frustrated, y'all. They say, I know I'm safe. I know everything is okay. I know this relationship isn't like the last one. Yet their body still feels anxious. So why? Because knowledge isn't immediately easing a situation or a condition. Healing isn't convincing your brain. Healing is patiently teaching your body. That's why awareness matters so very much. The moment you notice your shoulders getting tight, your breathing becoming shallow, your jaw clenching, you've already interrupted the automatic patterns. The awareness is powerful because you can't change what you don't notice, right? And so once you notice, you gain a choice. You can continue reacting, or you can begin responding. There is a huge difference between reaction and responding. Reaction is an automatic thing. largely based off of past brainwashing training from the cycles that you don't even desire to continue anymore. So reactions, they are automatic. Reaction is response is very intentional, while reaction is very automatic. So reaction is your survival, response is your wisdom. One comes from the past and the other one comes from the present. That's emotional maturity. That's what it looks like right there. Not never feeling, not never becoming activated, but recognizing activation sooner and lovingly guiding yourself back to the center. One of the strongest practices you can begin this week is just asking yourself, what is my body experiencing right now? So let's do it right now. What is your body experiencing right now in this moment? Ask yourself. Take a moment, observe, see what into the feeling. Don't just jump to labeling it and running from it, distracting from it. Have a moment, see what it's saying. So what is my body experiencing right now? Not what should I be feeling, not what's wrong with me, but simply, what is my body experiencing? Maybe your breathing is fast. Maybe your chest feels a little heavy. Maybe your stomach might feel tight. Just notice it without criticism, without any judgment, just curiosity. Because that moment, you stop arguing with your experience. Your nervous system begins receiving the message. The message is this: I am safe enough to notice. And safety creates possibility for me. When the body feels safe, the heart opens. And when the heart is open, wisdom becomes much easier to hear. When wisdom becomes easier to hear, our choices begin changing. Naturally, they just become change. It's just easier when you can hear that inner voice, that wisdom. It becomes easier to change. That is how our transformation actually happens. That is the process. Not through force, not through shame, not through thousands of small moments when we choose awareness over but through those thousands of small moments when we choose the awareness of what's going on and stop labeling, stop judging, stop letting automatic